Well, it's time to dive into Vinegar Syndrome's latest Forgotten Gialli box set, Volume 6, a series that I have really enjoyed. Now, sometimes they could be hit and a miss. Volume 6 had some notable movies in it, ones with some good reputations, so hopes were high this was going to be a wonderful set. First of all, we have Death Carries a Cane from 1973, a movie that, and you've got to appreciate this, just dive straight into it. We've barely got any sort of character introduction. We're watching Kitty, a photographer, as she's out with some friends. She's looking through a telescope and sees someone being murdered by a man in black with a blade. And it kind of throws her on a journey along with her boyfriend Alberto as they try and figure out what's going on. And as witnesses start to get picked off one by one, they realise that there is someone closing in on her who is the last witness.
Un momento, ma... Oh mio Dio, è terribile!
Cosa, Kitty?
La sta uccidendo!
Uccidendo? Uccidendo Alberto?
It's a very kind of typical Giallo, and I don't mean that in a bad point. I mean, it hits all the tropes and does everything right what you would expect from a Giallo movie. You get the wonderful pairing of Alberto and Kitty, but there is a dubious nature about Alberto. You know, he seems to be going at the wrong moments and kind of leads into, could he be the killer? And there are several other people where we have very strong instances that they could be involved in this, which I kind of like when they layer up the suspects.
Quindi abbiamo a che fare con un uomo molto astuto. Per questo ho bisogno della sua collaborazione.
You get a killer who's carrying a cane, as the title says, so almost all the men in the movie seem to have a limp at one point or another, which kind of alludes to the fact that any of these people could be the killer. You've got some wonderful detours that mean absolute nothing in the grand scheme of the story, but they had so much fun within the film, like the moment where Kitty pretended to be a prostitute to try and catch the killer picking her up. It's so random and outlandish and over the top and something that would never work, and it doesn't, but they have this detour for a few minutes where they just try this out, and it leads to an actual funny conclusion. That one, I would say, I really kind of enjoyed it.
100.000.
Che ha detto? 100 che?
100.000.
Ma 100 volte vaffanculo! Tacci, guarda sta stronza!
Death Carries a Cane has some really nice moments of gore and blood and guts. It's got that typical stalking sequence where you see a black gloved killer holding a razor sharp blade hunting somebody, using his cane to help subdue his victims before horribly slashing into them. And although there is not a great deal of blood and guts throughout it, when it does come, it is visceral, in your face, and really well done.
Perché allora saresti una pazza. Avanti, prima che ti riempia di schiaffi, torna a letto, Kitty.
It's one of those movies where the mystery really drives it forward, and it has enough suspects and enough mystery to really keep the plot moving forward. I've watched this one twice. The first one I didn't think I really gave it the attention it deserved, but I did enjoy it and I wanted to watch it a second time. And even knowing the killer and what was going to happen, it didn't take any enjoyment out of the film. I enjoyed the procedural aspects. I enjoyed Kitty and Alberto. I enjoyed some of the secondary characters as well. And even though it takes these strange detours that mean nothing, another one, for instance, is when Marco, one of the characters, is playing a piano piece and there's someone dancing to it. They're building a routine and they show you the dance routine. It doesn't really add anything to the film. It's just there for a little bit of titillation of moments, and to be honest, you can kind of deal with that. It's not end of the world stuff. Death Carries a Cane is really fun. It is a typical Giallo movie. If you're a fan of this subgenre, you're going to find something here that you really enjoy. I would say definitely check it out, and this set is off to a really strong start. I would love to know your thoughts on Death Carries a Cane. Have you seen it before? What did you think of the transfer? I hadn't seen it before. I thought the transfer was really good, but hey, let me know your opinion of that. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always, which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.